Welcome to the Wellness Abundance Podcast. I'm Melissa King, your podcast host, board-certified health and wellness coach, certified personal trainer, and founder of Wellness Abundance Coaching. I created this podcast to help women like you learn more about your body so you can age gracefully and navigate the different seasons of your life effortlessly. If you're a woman searching for answers to unexpected weight gain, intense PMS, chronic fatigue, fertility challenges, PCOS, brain fog, and more, this podcast is for you. We'll do a deep dive into all areas of women's health and connect with experts so you can get clarity on what's happening within your body. This will empower you to take control of your mindset on the natural aging process and create flexible lifestyle habits that work for you at any age. Now, grab your favorite glass of wine, cup of coffee, or mocktail, and enjoy the episode. Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Wellness Abundance Podcast. I'm your host, Melissa King, board-certified health and wellness coach, certified personal trainer, and certified Girls Gone Strong women's coach. So I am super excited about today's topic because it's all about self-care. So self-care, this term can mean different things to different people. So to some people, women specifically, it can mean like going to a fancy spa and getting a luxurious facial or massage, something like high-end or a mani-pedi. And to others, like myself, don't get me wrong, I love getting a massage and going to the spa. It's super fun. But really, to me, sitting in the sun for 10 minutes is self-care. So, or just sitting alone in a room for 5 minutes. If you're a mom, I'm not a mom myself, as you may know if you have been following me for a while. But if you're a mom out there, or if you just have busy days, you're always out and about talking to people, sometimes sitting alone for 5 minutes can be self-care. So today I want to talk about ways in which you don't necessarily need to spend money on self-care, because you don't need to, and that's the reality. So hopefully today's episode will help you kind of look at self-care from maybe a little bit different perspective. So you can incorporate little tiny self-care habits throughout your daily life that only take minutes to do, and you could do them regularly, because let's face it, we're all busy. So it can be really difficult to kind of squeeze in some you time. So today I'm going to break down 10 self-care ideas that pretty much anyone can do, no matter how busy your life is. So, okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, this first one is a super important one that you may not think of as self-care. Positive self-talk. Okay, now hear me out with this one. This can be a huge game changer in all areas of your life. So talking to yourself as if you're your bestie, your best friend in the entire world, is a way of showing yourself that you are worthy of respect, right? So I'm not talking about being a Pollyanna and being 100% positive all the time. This is totally not realistic and actually pretty unhealthy. So I'm not talking about being a Pollyanna. I'm talking about, like, for example, when you make a mistake, give yourself grace and remind yourself that you're a human being. Limit your pity party to 5 minutes, preferably less, and then move on to what you learned from the mistake and how to fix it. Then move on with your life and move on to the next thing. So Repeating this process over and over again will help you create resiliency. So resiliency can help you overcome any obstacle, especially those related to weight loss. Weight loss, I have been there. It's been a struggle for me, and learning how to become more resilient has helped me overcome obstacles, especially with my health and wellness journey. Health and wellness journey. So I understand this is something easier said than done. And I'm constantly working on it myself. Okay. So just know that I'm with you. I hear you and I get it. Just keep focusing on that positive self-talk. Okay. The next one is take a hot bath. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this one is one of my favorite ways to practice self-care, is to just, grab your favorite bubble bath or Epsom salt or both. They do have scented Epsom salts. Just try to steer clear of the fragrance, because that can be harmful to your health. If you can't avoid it, don't worry about it. If it's something you absolutely love to do and you're like, I don't care about the fragrance, do it. If you love it, do it. Go for it. You know me, I'm all about it doesn't have to be perfect all the time. So a hot bubble bath with some Epsom salt, or just bubbles or Epsom salt, or even just the hot water, this could really give your body what it needs to really kind of decompress after a stressful day. So the hot water and the Epsom salt can help relax your muscles and minimize any muscle soreness from a workout. Okay. So it can also help ease those pesky menstrual cramps, so you don't have to suffer again over and over every single month. Okay. So grab your favorite bath pillow. If you don't have one, get one. Your favorite book or relaxing music, and a glass of wine, and slip into a nice hot tub of water. Oh my gosh, I totally want to go just take a hot bubble bath right now. So you can also just enjoy your bath in silence, with your eyes closed. So when you do this, you'll emerge from your bath just feeling better than you did when you actually got in. So I guarantee you'll at least feel a little bit better when you do this. Okay. All right. So the next one is to go on an exercise date with your partner. Okay. Now I get that this isn't something that you're doing by yourself, because you're doing an activity with your partner, but just kind of, again, hear me out with this one. So when my hubby and I first started dating, several of our dates were Saturday morning meetups, either at the sand dune or a trailhead where we live locally. And it was a really great way for us to talk and get to know each other while being in the fresh air and sunshine. So it was a great opportunity to get away from the screens and have really meaningful conversations to see if we're compatible. So we still do this every weekend. We've been together over 13 years now, and staying active is definitely an important value for us as individuals and us together as a couple. So it's something that we still bond over even after being together for over a decade. And to be honest, I really think it's a big part of the solid foundation of our relationship. So whether you're in a new relationship or a seasoned one, exercising together can really help you get or stay healthy together as a team. Okay, next one is this is one of my favorites, get out your crayons or colored pencils and coloring book. Yes. Okay, so when I was a kid, I loved getting out my color crayons. Yes, I still call them color crayons, even though I used colored pencils. And coloring books, and sit and just color for hours. Oh my God, I would color for so long. It was so relaxing for me as a kid. So as an adult, we tend to get away from the simple activities we did as kids when we should actually really be moving towards them. these activities that make us feel kid-like helps us take a much needed break from adulting, okay? I think at some point, every single adult could kind of be over adulting, right? Paying bills, which I'll get into that, a money mindset in a minute. But yeah, so it's really important just to get back to your childhood with coloring. So if you go to a bookstore, yes, bookstores still exist, just in case you didn't know. You'll find a wide variety of adult coloring books. You could choose one that features national parks. Scott just got one like this a few months ago. Superheroes. I have a Wonder Woman one that's really cool. Nature, holidays, and there's so many more. I can't even list them all. So recently at Target, I found a Barbie coloring book. And it was really cool. It just had Barbie over the decades, and it was awesome. It took me back to my childhood. So I'm sure you could find one that piques your interest. And coloring can be a way of relaxing, to unwind, tap into your creativity, and just basically let your mind wander, right? So sometimes we need to just let our mind wander and not focus on any one specific thing. So, all right, the next one is enjoying a cup of coffee. So my favorite morning routine is sipping on a freshly brewed cup of coffee. I love my coffee. So while the caffeine gives me a little bit of an energy boost, the taste of the coffee and the ritual of starting my day off in a relaxing way is actually part of my self-care routine. Okay, so even just sipping a cup of coffee in the morning. So, and to me, it's not just about sipping the coffee, even though I do love the taste. It's about the entire process. So we make hand brewed pour over coffee every morning. And while it is a bit of a process, it's actually well worth the effort in my eyes. So my hubby and I have certain days of the week where each of us make the coffee. So on Sunday mornings, I get to sleep in a little while my husband gets out of bed before me and brings me coffee in bed. So letting him do this is part of my self-care routine, letting him get up early. And in fact, the day of this recording, he got up before I did, even though it was my turn to make coffee. He knew I needed a little bit more rest. So he got up and he was ready to make coffee and just did it. So I let him. So letting also your partner do the heavy lifting with your coffee routine, or whatever routine for that matter, so you could sleep in a little bit, is part of self-care. All right. This next one is also one of my faves. I was going to originally include 25 of these, but it was going to be way too long, so I pared it down to 10. So these are my top 10s. So watch a few episodes of your favorite TV show. So sometimes we need to escape from our current life momentarily and just step into a different reality. Would you agree? Yeah. So turning on your favorite TV show for a few laughs or maybe some tears can be a really relaxing way to help you unwind. So my top 3 favorite shows are Friends, The Big Bang Theory, and The West Wing. So while The West Wing is obviously more of a drama than a comedy, all 3 of these shows can make me laugh no matter what kind of mood I'm in. So I know, like, The West Wing is obviously more of a drama, but there are some really, really funny episodes on The West Wing. So, okay, so just to be clear, stepping into a different reality, especially a fictional one like a TV show, isn't a way to avoid any problems that are happening in your life. Okay, let's just get that out of the way, clear the air right now. It's really an opportunity to step back and take your mind off what's happening, just even if it's just for a short period of time. So Oftentimes, stepping away from a problem and doing something else can actually help you solve your problem, okay? So having fictional friends that you could hang out with at Central Park, the comic book store, or in the Oval Office can help you do its thing. Help your brain do its thing and find a solution while you sit back and relax, okay? All right, next on the list is eat a meal with meat or seafood and veggies only. No bread, nothing else. No rice, just meat and veggies. So you might be asking yourself why I included this one as self-care. Well, the answer is actually very simple. Eating whole nutrient-dense foods is one of the most important self-care activities you can do for yourself. So this is something we often overlook when we think about self-care, right? So if you want to start small with your self-care routine, start by eating one meal a day that's made out of chicken, beef, bison, seafood, eggs, and veggies. That's it, okay? This is treating your body with the respect it deserves so it can do what it needs to do to keep you getting great sleep, help you stay lean, and age gracefully, which is what we all want to do, especially those of us ladies in our 40s. So, all right. So the next one is say no to a social event you don't want to go to. Now, this can be really hard one if you're a people pleaser like myself and you want to say yes to everyone to avoid conflict. So what I've learned over the years being a professional people pleaser is that I'm actually not avoiding conflict when I say yes to something that I actually want to say no to. Because here's the thing, after I say yes, there's always regret bubbling up inside of me for committing to something that I didn't want to do. And along with being a people pleaser, I tend to be a very loyal person. So telling someone yes when I wanted to say no actually causes more conflict within me, because then I don't want to back out of the event I said yes to that I don't actually want to go to, because I'm loyal to a fault in that way, okay? So saying no to a social event you don't want to go to can feel incredibly liberating. So I actually did this week. I was invited to an event to support one of my friends, and I really didn't want to go. I'm not really a big fan of going out on what my husband and I call a school night, unless it's Taco Tuesday. And the older I get, the more I want to protect my time, you know? And that's one of the cool things about being in your 40s, I think, and being in midlife is you're like, I could be halfway done with my life, so we're not messing around here, people. We're going to do things the way we want to do them. So, all right. Next one is improve your relationship with money. So this is one that I've been working on slowly over the years, and there has been a lot of improvement from over the last 20 years. But I've recently accelerated my efforts to level up with this. So we are all where we are financially as a result of our money story and beliefs about money, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into specific details since I'm not an expert on the topic, but I will say this. While money doesn't make you happy, it does give you choices. Money does not make you happy, but it does give you choices. You'll have more choices to travel, invest in your health and wellness, buy all the food you need, or treat your family to a night out. So when we have a healthy relationship with money, you don't worry about it as much. And the adulting I brought up with paying the bills, that becomes less of a burden on you, and you actually kind of tend to flip the script and look at it as more of gratitude towards being able to pay your bills. Okay. So this is what I'm saying, like developing a healthy relationship with money is super important. So when you have money, you don't worry about it as much, right? When you have that healthy relationship with money, you don't worry about it as much. And the less you have to worry about in your life, the more you could channel your energy into focusing on what you actually want to do with your life. Okay, so the last one is a very simple one. Thought I'd wrap up with this. Wash and condition your hair. Okay, I know this may sound like a silly one, like I said, but tell me, how great does it feel to get out of the shower, run a comb through your freshly washed hair, and go on to either let your hair air dry or use a hair dryer? Like seriously, how awesome does that feel? So I washed my hair last Sunday, even though I knew like I could have waited till Monday morning, but because I just love the shampoo and conditioner I use and how my hair feels after it's super clean, I'm like, I'm just going to wash my hair. And also it's really just healthy hygiene. So healthy hygiene is definitely up there on the self-care priority list. So having clean hair helps me feel more confident in my own skin, even when it's just me and my hubby, like lying around on a lazy Sunday afternoon watching movies. Okay. It still made me feel really good that I had clean hair when I was laying in my bed watching movies. Okay. All right. So let's wrap it up. Prioritize your self-care today. I'm not kidding. I know it's difficult. It can be challenging, but just start doing it now. So when you take care of yourself first, you not only improve your health, but your confidence increases as well. You feel more relaxed and energetic. You're ready to take on the world, and your body is able to burn fat more efficiently. You experience more motivation than before, and you're able to take better care of those around you when you're taking care of yourself first. I know it sounds like a cliche, but it is absolutely 100% true. So by helping yourself first, you're in turn helping others at the same time. So it's truly a win-win. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Please remember, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts. If you're listening to this on Apple, Spotify, if you're listening to it on Spotify, please remember to subscribe and rate this podcast. Let us know what you think. We always love feedback. So please share your thoughts. And also, if you haven't done so already, go to melissaking.net and get your free guide to fitness for weight loss right on the homepage, and you'll get access to 27 free on-demand fitness videos made by yours truly. So, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. The Wellness Abundance Podcast is sponsored by Wellness Abundance Coaching. At Wellness Abundance Coaching, we help women create flexible nutrition and fitness plans that fit into their life to help them lose weight effortlessly and navigate the different hormonal seasons of their life with clarity, empowerment, and flexibility. We offer one-on-one and group health and fitness coaching. To learn more about how we can help you navigate the different seasons of your life and become the healthiest version of yourself, schedule a time to chat with us by visiting melissaking.net.